Hello, welcome back to Tarot by Lodestone Productions, where we help you discover your true north. I am Aditi, and this is a message for whenever this message reaches you, because Spirit is not bound to our time and space continuum, and so the only time by which we tell time is divine time. Dig what I'm saying? So, yeah, okay. Off rip. 9 of Cups. Guess card said yes, you are not going to ramble for a little bit. We're just going to go ahead and start talking. So, happiness, emotional happiness, emotional fulfillment. There is peace within your heart. There's peace within your inner self. Your Jesus is pleased. In this 9 of Cups energy, like even depicted here, it's like, you know, you've got 9 solo cups stacked in a pyramid of sorts with, you know, picnic and kids playing, and you know, it's a time of like rest and, you know, connecting with others, and you know, just all the warm fuzzy feels, right? Six of Wands, Page of Cups, and the Justice. Okay, so we've already got a strong start here. Put your mind at ease. You have already succeeded. You have already triumphed. You get to taste the glory, see what it tastes like. Right, and then you've got the Justice here kind of rounding out this level, basically saying that, you know, Spirit has decreed it to be so. For those of you that are going through some difficult times, I know you keep hearing it, because I keep hearing it from other readers about, you know, a change for the better, right? And the reason that you keep hearing a change for the better is because, well, it's true. It's true. This change for the better be ye not discouraged simply because things are not looking the way that you think that they should look at this time. Okay? Stand on the promises that have been given to you. Stand on the divine promises that have been decreed over your life. You with me? And get connected with Source. 2 of Pentacles, and you will see how that changes. The Queen of Wands, 4 of Cups, and the 2 of Wands. Okay. We've got 2 2s and a 4 in this level with the Queen, right? So there is an idea, and then there is action. There is a concept, and then there is supporting documentation for said concept. So like with the Pentacles, you've got the Ace of Pentacles, where it's like, hey, you know, we've got this opportunity for some new resources to come into your life. May last you a very, very long time. The 2 of Pentacles gives the energy of, okay, let me go ahead and see if we can make some shake, right? So you would wind up doing something differently than you were doing previously in order to facilitate this growth. Okay, Two of Pentacles, change. Then you've got the Queen of Wands. So here you've got the self-esteem working on your side. You've got it working for you, right? The confidence working for you. Okay, she is in here. She is depicted as the public defender, right? But even with the Queen of Wands, you see she still has her feline at her feet at all times. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. That's just the way of the cat. You know, she's, and like a public defender has to come in knowing the value that they bring to a situation. Okay, they can't come in begging for a seat at the table. They walk in knowing that not only do they deserve a seat at the table, but they actually deserve a seat at the head of the table. Okay, making adjustments here. Then you've got the Four of Cups right behind it. I told you non-fat, no foam. This is the card of this spoiled brat card. Really, like there's something that you've become accustomed to, and so now it just becomes, you know, mundane, boring. I was watching something, and there's a woman who gives really good advice about, you know, like building wealth as it pertains to residential real estate, right? And she was talking about the wealthy borrowing versus the non-wealthy purchasing. And she brought up that there was a woman that was being asked to be a subject matter expert on something. And she says, look, she's wearing a very basic Michael Kors sweater. Okay. Why are you talking about a Michael Kors sweater right now, Aditi? Because I'm talking about the Four of Cups. Okay. For some people, wearing a Michael Kors sweater is a benchmark that you have arrived. Even though there are higher end brands out there, there are certainly other brands that are way more economical, may not last as long, the quality may not compare, but they don't cost as much. You know, there are people walking around here right now who will not allow themselves to purchase articles of clothing because there are other things that take precedence in their budget. But this Four of Cups here is having nicer things, and having so much of the nicer things that these nice things become boring. They are literally sitting there with their knees up amongst milk and cookies. This usually is a card that'll say, hey, you're missing something. Okay, you're missing a vital part of your picture. So when the Four of Cups comes around, sit down and actually count your blessings. Write them down. Start with the Sunday, Wednesday stuff, and then let it get deeper, right? Because there is an Ace of Cups in here that you are not seeing. Then we come around here to the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is making a decisive action in a direction. You have chosen, and now you're moving in that direction. And when you move in that direction, there will be disappointment in the direction that you did not choose. How other people see you is none of your business. If you're going to come in here and be confident, in the midst of your confidence, go through and seek out the Ace of Cups. Be ready to move on that. Be ready to act on that. Okay? There's something here for you. There's big change here for you. And it's going to lead you to the Queen of Cups, Hierophant, Seven of Cups, Five of Pentacles energy. Five of Pentacles energy, Didi, man, that doesn't sound like a direction in which I want to go. Yeah, okay. Don't forget you got this Seven of Cups here. Okay? These are choices that you have to make. But you are still in your royal energy here with the Queen of Pentacles. You're wanting to plant some roots and watch them grow. Right? You want to go from just being a cog in the wheel to being the wheel that is lush with vegetation and clear running water, babbling brooks somewhere. You know? One of those things that generates power. Yeah, a water wheel. Even though this is the Queen of Pentacles, she knows how to cultivate growth in a thing. And she's helping you find your ace so that you can cultivate the growth in yourself. And not only cultivate the growth in yourself, but also with the Hierophant, develop a deeper, more meaningful relationship with Source. In addition, that kind of goes back to what I was saying previously. You know, you keep hearing about the change. We keep hearing about the change and these good things that are coming in our lives. And for some of us, we want to know, well, what the French toast? Hey, man, go seek counsel. Go ask Spirit. Spirit will point you where you need to go, right? But as you're doing that, remember, you are going into a hub of sorts. And when you go to that quiet place to go and seek divine assistance, there are additional otherworldly beings that are there and that know the deep languages and can come in and try to confuse you, Seven of Cups. Make sure that who you're talking to is who you want to talk to. Okay? And you only get to that through practice, through study, through applied study. Right? And yes, it feels like you don't have a lot to work with right now. Okay. But you have what you need. Okay? Right now, this is just in the middle of the process. In this picture, we're in the doctor's office. The doctor is pointing and the patient's like, oh my gosh, what now? But the thing about it is when you walk out of the doctor's office, you have an action plan. Right now, you're just being faced with the information that you didn't want to face previously. But once you get over yourself and look at the choices that have led you to this point where you are now and recognize that this is the divine appointment for you, count it all joy and walk away with an action plan so that you can continue to grow and flourish. There you go. Hermit, action plan. Get in that corner and figure it out. 3 of Swords. Yes, there is some sorrow. Hey man, sometimes this SHI hurts. Just because we are on our spiritual path does not exempt us from hurt, harm, danger, sorrow, and pain. We are spiritual beings having a human experience, and that includes the range of information, the range of emotions that we may find uncomfortable. Now the question is, do we stay in that discomfort, or do we recognize, observe the discomfort, and glean from that the lessons that are meant for us? Look at that with the Fool coming in. Are you going to turn a blind eye and continue to go down the drain? Or are you going to recognize it for what it is and move forward in your journey? I mean, you've got a friendly dog here. And here comes the Knight of Pentacles. Every time I come in here and flip over some cards, I don't care what deck it is, the Knight of Pentacles shows up, which tells me that this young man is close. Close, I tell you. He's been working at this for a long, long time. I've been flipping cards for a minute. He shows up like clockwork. Yep, still here, still working on it, still crossing I's and dotting T's and getting the job done. Yep, slow and steady, like the tortoise he is. 8 of Wands, you've got some messages. These are divine. This is divine communication. Messages from Spirit. Are you looking at your synchronicities? Are you watching them? Are you observing them? Are you taking the time to recognize them and write them down? Because God is trying to tell you something. Trying to tell you something. The Eon and or the Resurrection card. Yeah. The story of the resurrection is a beautiful one, right? The story of Lazarus is also a really cool story. But the same way that there are stories of people being risen from the dead, there is that level type of miracle coming down the pipe for you in some shape, form, or fashion. Miracle. Okay. And then we've got the Knight of Cups. Now, the Knight of Cups is depicted as the filmmaker here. He's the one with vision. Vision. You've got to have vision. He has vision. He has a overly romanticized vision of how his world is to be. However, does not make him delusional. If anything, this would be one of those looking at the bright side of what is happening things, because what you look for, you will find. So if you look for the bullshit, you will find the bullshit. If you are looking for the good things in your life, you will assuredly see them. So the Prince of Cups is coming in and asking you what's in your line of sight. And then we have the Ace of Wands, renewed passion. For some of you, there may have been a long period of singledom or separation or loneliness, as it were, you know. The Ace of Wands is coming in and saying, hey, prepare yourself, because that's about to change. That's definitely about to change. Well, I don't find anybody attractive. Yeah, but you find yourself attractive. You may be pouring into yourself in a way that you hadn't before. You might notice that, I don't know, your skin is looking a little brighter, or, you know, your clothes are fitting a little differently. You may have, you know, tried something new with some pieces that you already have, but there's a element of refreshing things happening. Last round, Queen of Cups, the Knight of Wands. Wow. The Page of Wands, and Death. Hello again, it's me. Your shoulders where I sit, the half nobody sees of a silent partnership. I am here, your helping hand. So, the Queen of Cups as the therapist. With all of this resurgence of, you know, old ideas, or the revamping of things, the revamping of one's passions, it's going to stir up a lot of emotions, right? And not all of the emotions that are going to come up are going to be conducive to where you're trying to go. Let's just put that out there. A lot of us are literally redefining what our version of love is, and how the versions of love that we have experienced as our unhealed selves are not healthy. And so we're learning how to show that healthy level of love, not only to ourselves, but to people around us as well, right? The Queen of Cups facilitates in that line of thinking. She is here to help us not kill our fish, right? And then you've got next to it the Knight of Wands, Mr. Saturday Night. Oh, Mr. Saturday Night. I'm talking John Travolta with his chest hairs out. A young John Travolta with his chest hairs out. You know, he's a lot of fun. He's a lot of energy. A lot. But it's young. And it is unbridled, right? Kind of like how the Page of Wands or the Princess of Wands is, but a bit more action. See, the Page of Wands comes in kind of like a concept, something that you can get yourself wrapped up in and wind up, you know, with third-degree burns before you realize what's happening. The Prince of Wands he kind of comes in. I came in like a wrecking ball. He's a lot, man. He's a lot. And then he's got the youth on his side, so he is slicing and dicing and looking good in the meantime. No one touches the hair or the face, and that's it. Those are the rules, right? And then you've got the death card here with a brand new start. And I mean brand new. Brand new. Goodness. Like, justice and death. Spirit decided that, you know what? Enough's enough. Cutting this shit off. You still have time on this pile of rocks. You got poop to do. You know what? Let's just end this right here. Let me go ahead and turn the page and get you onto something new. Because this what you've been dealing with is for the birds. And we really need you to go ahead and complete this mission. Because there's stuff. We got stuff. Yeah, stuff. So be ready for some new changes. These are going to more than likely be like long-lasting. I'm hearing long-lasting chemical changes. Oh, on account of the fire. Yeah, once something is set on fire, its chemical composition changes. You can't ever unburn something. Ooh, okay. All right. Okay, Spirit. Thank you for taking the time to hang out with me today. And until we meet again, remember to be good to yourselves and to each other. And I will see you next time. Bye now.